Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Bourbon and Burns, and we got quite the lineup today. It is just about July 4th, so we figured why not tater and cigar out on a bunch of America. Some cigars that are special to America's 250th anniversary and some bourbon. So with Scott and Jim here, I figured why not go ahead and try something I don't think any of us have ever had. I have not had the American cigar from J.C. Newman. Have either of you guys?
No. Nope. This is the first.
So this cigar, even though it is the 250th, is no different than their regular American, except a different, neat, cool label, and it is a little bit smaller. This Robusto is a 4.5 by 50, not a 48 per se, so it's a little bit different. And then we have the Evan Williams single barrel. They were kind of the first one. Everybody is kind of going and chasing after that. But this was barreled on 12/19 of 2018 and bottled on 2/17/26. So it makes it a little more than 8 years, which is, I think, what most of their single barrels typically run, 8-ish years. But I will let you crack that guy open while I open up my cigars, since you guys were in a rush and decided to hurry up and get your cigars open while I'm over here chit-chatting. Just be careful. Don't let that tape get you. Now, I don't know how you guys feel. The foot bands on the cigars, I don't know. They really bother me. I think it's kind of... Although that slid right off, so not too bad.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
That's my first thing.
Yeah, there you go. Hercules, Hercules! All right, here we go. Fresh crack on a Evan Williams 250th single barrel, baby. All right. Little dud. Not as loud as I hope. Smell good?
Yep.
All right. Have you guys had any Evan Williams single barrels before?
I have not.
I have.
You have?
Yep.
And I've had a taste of one.
I have the bottle.
You have that bottle, so you cracked it open already.
I did.
Oh, you cheater.
I'm not waiting.
Oh, yeah, he don't wait for me ever. If we get the same bottle, he never waits. All right, pour them up, man. So for the cigar, I got quite a few notes here, but I was interested in trying this because if you guys paid attention to a video that we released earlier this week, Scott and I got to meet Bobby Newman, and thank you, sir. And he was an awesome guy, pretty much explained a lot of it to us, and really did us a huge solid, because he was only there maybe 2 hours or whatever. We got about 25 minutes just with him. I mean, he was awesome.
Really cool.
I feel bad for everybody else, but
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
yeah, super awesome. How are you guys cutting your cigars today?
I was thinking of doing a punch today, actually.
Well, I didn't bring a cutter. I got a lighter, so it's
Okay.
flat cutter, so that's probably the way I'll go.
All right. And with the American cigar, the J.C. Newman Company is a, what would you call it? A sponsor. They were the main group and chosen to be the sponsor cigar official. Sorry about that. The official cigar for the 250th anniversary. And I think with good reason. They're the only 100% American-made cigar out there. So aside from, company-wise, aside from maybe your Jim Bob down the street or somebody like that that's making his, but fully production and all that good stuff. And you guys can go and just put your ashes on the ground. That's what I do out here anymore. Good draw. Out here, might have to turn that up on the bottom. So I booby-trapped the lighter for Scott. Who knows? There might not be any fluid even left in it. Thank you, fine sir.
A little windy.
Yep.
Can't tell.
And it was not windy earlier, but I will say I'm thankful for that breeze. It's about 90 degrees out right now.
Yeah, it's warm. It was a warm one today.
Mm.
What a good cigar.
Wow. That is creamy.
A little bit of pepper and spice on the finish.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of chocolatiness coming through in the retrohale. So I would expect most of the JC Newman stuff to me, like Jim said, does kind of have that little bit of spiciness, I think. And you guys both like that spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a H. Upman fan. They usually typically have that little bit of spice and whatnot. And then Jim loves his Habanos.
That he does.
This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So it did me some searching, trying to find this cigar. And after we went to Smokers, etc., they were supposed to get a box, but it hadn't come in yet. I still don't even know if they got it. But
Mike, did you get it?
yeah, let us know, man. I would buy another one of these for sure.
Oh, I'm in.
But not every cigar shop in the country and whatnot got them. So I noticed certain ones around the country, and it just so happens, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Jungle Jim's down in near Cincinnati. That place, it's a grocery store, it's a Buc-ee's, it's a Walmart, it's a eclectic everything. Have you guys ever been there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bucket list. Like, it is a weird place. They have all sorts of everything. But anyway, they have a really cool cigar lounge. You guys will see the video of it. And I happen to find them in there. I went to, 6-8 different cigar lounges on our travels over the last 2 weeks, and none of them had them, except that Jungle Jim's did there. So I picked up a couple of them and was happy to find them. They didn't have that many left either. I'm getting a little bit of spice, but not very much, which is a good thing. I don't like a real spicy cigar typically.
Not over the top.
So far, what would you guys grade this thing on a scale 1 to 10?
Seeing as how I would definitely purchase another one, not just smoke one that my buddy gives me. I would say an 8. It's pretty good. Pretty good
Yeah,
cigar.
I'd agree with that. We'll see how it goes for the second and third, but
Yeah. I'm very happy right now.
yeah.
Well, I got a cigar in one hand and a bourbon in the other hand, and I'm between you two friends.
All right. Hey, Left Nut. So, now you know why we put you in the middle.
And the road.
I think it's probably up there to a 7 or 8 for me. The construction so far is really nice. I mean, I'm not seeing any real defects, any defects or anything like that.
Nice triple cap on it.
Yep. And it's got a nice draw.
I could tell from the punch it's a nice, good, sturdy, thick cap. Some of them, when you punch them, you can tell they're just kind of thin and crumbly, but that one was pretty stout.
So Scott, being as though these are single barrels, the bourbon, did you really enjoy that bottle? How would you rate the bottle that you had? Because we're gonna test you to see if you like this one more.
Well, I didn't drink the whole bottle,
Really?
but it is good. It's got a great nose to it, and um, from what I remember, not too oaky. Good viscosity, a little sweet on the front.
It surely smells sweet. There's like a lot of fruit in there. But like candied fruit, not your typical.
Get a lot of cherry.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Even at a distance, I mean, you're getting a lot of red fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's about the only thing I'm picking out. Maybe a hint of like butterscotch.
I want to say there's like a little vanilla in there. A little. It's not. I can barely detect it kind of behind all that cherry, but
Decent legs.
yeah.
I mean, what was the proof on it? Scott there? 117. Is that what they are?
117.
Okay. It's what I thought they all proofed them up or down to, but
Barrel 46.
I think they tried to do something like, I don't know why they picked 117, but
It tastes it.
well, decent legs, so I'm going to give it a shot. You already tried yours, right?
I did.
Yep, that's what I thought. You, Jim?
Just did.
Yeah? All right.
I'm not getting as much heat as I would have expected for 117.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth, but that cherry comes through.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and not in a bad way, but almost like a medicinal cherry where it's like a little flat. That's why it reminds me of like a cherry candy, not a cherry fruit. More of the sweeter than the sour. And as you guys will notice, behind us, they planted wheat. So what always happens whenever we try and film out here, they're either going to be planting or they're going to be doing something crazy. Literally 30 minutes before we started, they started combining the wheat across the street. I will try and get as much of that out of the video as I can, but you'll probably hear a little bit of it.
We the city, folks.
Nope.
At least that's a nice long field. It'll be a while between passes.
Yeah. And, you know, for me, what says the 4th of July more than combining some winter wheat? Because if you ask me, that's the good stuff that you put in the bourbon. Big wheater right here. What do you guys think with the bourbon with the cigar so far?
I think it's good.
Not bad at all. Good friends, good bourbon, good smoke, beautiful day. What could you ask for?
Where do you want me to start? Just kidding. A boat. Yeah. Although you can't drink out on the boat, that is very unsafe, so do not do that. All right, so we've gotten into it here a little bit. And I had to write this down because this is a lot. Even though saying the America 250th is a fully American cigar, I'm just going to do a little bit of rundown here of pieces and parts of the cigar. And when I say fully American made, that's everything that touches the cigar. So the binders are Connecticut broadleaf, grown in Connecticut. The fillers are the Pennsylvania Type 41. They're grown in Lancaster, PA. The wrapper is pretty close to Ybor City, where JC Newman's headquarters here are. It's a Florida sun-grown Corojo 99 wrapper, grown in Florida. The cigar is rolled in Tampa. All right. Now you say, all right, well, that's an American cigar. But wait, there's more. The boxes are made in Miami, Florida. The printing, which I do have to say for this cigar, the bands.
That is a very nice band.
Are, I mean, exquisite.
I think they could have done without having 3 of them on there.
Yeah, at least on a Robusto. Maybe if it's the JFR or something, the Lunatic, you know, when you got a 8x80 cigar or something, right, you could probably get away with it. But they did not shortchange you on the bands, for sure. Those are printed in Sanford, Florida. And the molds for the cigar are made in Florida. And they even got down to the cellophane wrap. Those are made in Wisconsin. So everything, and they're rolled in Tampa, Florida, in Ybor City. And little fun fact for you guys, the oldest working cigar factory in the United States.
Cool. That takes the Puro to a whole new level then.
So for all of you Nicaraguan Puros out there, this is an American Puro, right?
I'd say it's a U.S. Puro.
Yeah, U.S. Yeah, because you could get the North American.
Nicaragua was South America or Central America.
And another fun fact for you guys. Actually, I'm gonna quiz you guys here. You guys have all heard the name Stogie, right?
Yep.
Where was that coined? It was in America. And it may or may not have been someplace this cigar has parts of. Hint, hint.
I would guess Pennsylvania.
Well, I guess I would say not Pennsylvania, Connecticut.
Okay. It was Lancaster, PA. Yep.
Good guess.
I would not, before seeing that, and I got all this information directly from JC Newman's website. I wouldn't have guessed that. Because, like, I mean, cigar.
The only reason I guessed that is because when you go on 70 across the bridge into Wheeling, there is an old tobacco factory there. I don't know if it was a cigar factory, if it was smokeless tobacco, but it has a big stogies on the side of the wall of it, right in just as you come into Wheeling.
And where did JC Newman originate?
So J.C. Newman, Julius Caesar Newman, came over on a boat through Baltimore and ended up in Tampa, Florida. So they started their factory. And at the time, do you remember what Bobby told us? So they came through like Cleveland as well, right? But do you remember how many cigar factories he said whenever they came in?
I think he said there were 33 cigar factories in Cleveland.
Yeah. I mean, just a crazy amount. And there was what, 2,000 or 4,000 in the States at the time back then. And now there is one that actually is full production. I mean, there are some, I do know there are some rollers and things of that nature that are down in Florida and this, that, the other, and other places too. But as far as full cigar factory, there's only one left in the country. And most of that has to do with labor cost and laws, really. I'm going to say I like the cigar more than the bourbon.
It's not a bad bourbon. It's just kind of simple, not very complex.
And I want to say the bottle's $40.
Yeah.
So you get, I mean, for some now, I mean, 5 years ago, $40 for a bourbon was up there a little bit, but now $40 is nothing for a bottle of bourbon, and especially at 8 years. You know, they could probably go out and get $10 a year if they wanted, $80, but they didn't. Especially being a special anniversary, they probably could have jacked it up to 100, and all us crazy bourbon people would have bought it anyway. I'm glad it wasn't $100. I would definitely be disappointed if it was $100. But on the value for $40, not so much.
It's not bad. Pairing's good.
I think my biggest critique is for 8 years, it's not very layered.
Yeah.
You know, I get a lot of cherry.
I would expect a little more oak from 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get cherry and butterscotch, and that's about it. It's like it's like a butter cookie with a cherry in it. Kinda. Is about what I get. But it doesn't have much of a finish.
No. Doesn't last very long either.
Nope. All right, guys. So down into the final third here. And we got a little bit something different. Open up the Evan Williams single barrel. Now, they're kind of going all with the America 250. So we got the 1783, the 90 proof over here. That's what we call a handle, right? Scott was out shopping one day, picked that up for me. I hadn't seen those. And he says, "Hey, you want one of these?" And I says,
Yeah.
"Well, why not?" Right? Of course. The answer is always yes, pretty much, right? So Jim is going to crack that open for us. And as he's opening that, we're going to kind of give you what we think of the cigar overall after smoking it. And my ash just dropped, and that's okay because I'm not in a lounge. I am outside, so I don't really care. But we're going to see how well that compares and whether it's similar taste profile as that single barrel. So, Jim, whenever you're ready, crack that baby open.
See if we got a... Oh, that's a screw top.
Oh,
no cork pop.
All right, so also with that stupid plastic pour thing in there, I am not a fan of those.
No.
But yeah,
Take that off.
they do come off. I do, however, love that sound. Now, that is a 90 proof.
It doesn't drip as bad. I'll give it that.
Now we'll let you pour that all over your leg. That's good. All right. So right off the rip, it is not as dark. And that's okay. I mean, I'm not really expecting too much more than maybe a cocktail mixer or, something like that. But Evan Williams, in my opinion, is a very good value, right? They make a decent bourbon for a decent price. And truthfully, one of my favorite Heaven Hill products. I mean, I do really like the Elijah Craig's, and I'm a Larceny fan on the weeded side. But that Heaven and Hill bottled in bond is no more than a mixer for me. I know, Scott, you really like it. That Henry McKenna. I know you really like it. I'm not a big fan. And it's a 10-year-old allocated bourbon, so
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think that I gifted more bottles during COVID than I did the Evan Williams white label $17.88 bottle. Just going out and, hey, I'll leave this on your front porch. And I know I did that at least 3 or 4 times with some buddies of mine.
Their bottle and bond is good too.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is literally the first time my cigar has gone out, of course, because why I started talking too much. But on the cigar side of things, what do you guys think?
I think it's still really good.
Yeah.
It's still got the creamy notes on the front. I'm getting a little bit more pepper now than I did before. It is by far the best J.C. Newman cigar that I've had. I definitely, if I see this, I'm going to buy it. I'm very pleasantly happy. I love how tight it is, and the draw is easy. Being tight, it's constructed well. And I don't normally, I normally do a wedge cut, but I'm pretty happy with this, and it's stayed put. And you're right, with the end being a triple cap, just has kept it together.
Yeah, construction has been really good.
Yeah.
The burn has been good. It's kind of died off now, but the wind was kind of picking up there at the start, and it stayed nice and even. Mine kept talking too much, and it kept going out on me, but that was my fault, not the cigars. So
Yeah.
I haven't noticed a lot of changes between the first, second, and third thirds, but it is getting a little bit more peppery. But it's pretty usual for just about any cigar when you're getting down to the final third.
And I'm going to disagree with you guys a little bit here. I haven't picked up much of that pepper at all. For me, it's stayed mostly creamy. I've been getting some of those sweet tobacco notes. And then here and there, I'll pick up a little bit of not a heavy chocolate, but a little bit of a chocolatey note, which to me, that Corojo can sometimes give off that spicy note a little bit, but lately that's been more of a creamy note for me. And even on that Rocky, which one did we smoke at Smokers Etc.? That was the
Was that Black Label 30?
The 30.
Oh,
yeah.
Very good smoke.
Yeah, that is a very good one. And it had that Corojo in it.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, you might get spice sometimes from a Corojo, but that was more milky. That's what I'm getting more from this than that spicy Corojo that I sometimes get from other things. And not only that, the J.C. Newman's, a lot of times I do get more of a spicier back end, I would say. Not so much, but not at all. I mean, and now let me ask you guys this. How much do you think, because I bought these, they have maybe no idea. How much do you think this cigar was?
Oh, that's a good question.
What would I pay, or what do I think?
Both. Sure.
I would knowing now what I know, I would pay $18 to $20 for this cigar.
Okay, what do you think it was?
Probably 13.
I was gonna guess about 12 something.
Okay. They were like 18 bucks.
Okay.
18 and some change. Now, can you find them? That was in Ohio, so Ohio does have a little more taxes and different things. But like I said, since it's been released that I know of, and I've been in, I'm going to say close to 10 cigar shops. This is the first one I've seen it in.
What?
Mm.
Oh,
So
really? Because I thought we saw it at the upstairs apartment.
that was the CAO.
Oh,
Yeah, and we did pick those ones up. Yeah. So the JC Newman, that's the first one I've seen, and you can get it online at I think it's Corona, which is they actually out of part of this. The guy that owned or the people that own Corona Cigar, they also have fields, and that's where some of this came from. So there is some sort of, I honestly don't know what it is. I'll try and figure it out beforehand because I didn't realize that. Whether there's a partnership or just they're, have something there. But that Corona is from the South there. I mean, I think it's if you're going to spend $20 on a cigar, I wasn't let down.
No.
I mean, I think it's a good cigar.
Yep.
Not let down at all. And I think being able to meet Bobby played a little bit of a role in how much I like this and the time that he spent with us. And if you follow JC Newman on social media, there was a video released last week that actually showed Bobby out in the fields picking leaves for this freaking cigar that we're smoking right here. And I think that's pretty cool. At his age, he's out there and he was a sweaty mess and he's picking leaves and he's explaining what leaves he's picking and why. And I think that's pretty neat.
Yep.
My only complaint is I would have preferred it to be a Toro.
Yeah. Yeah. And I believe the regular American is a Toro.
Is it? And that's the same blend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they may make this in a Toro, guys. Yeah. I'm not sure. But when I saw it, I wasn't going to pass it up. And you'll see, I'll put a link to the video a couple different places, but I want to say there was only like 5 of them left in the box, and I was not going to let it, I was going to pick them up.
It's every bit worth that price.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good smoke.
I mean, I've smoked some other cigars that are a little more expensive that weren't that good. And I've smoked some that were, I would say this is better than the Black Diamond. I've had the Black Diamond. I think this is a better cigar.
Well, hey, we all have a glass in our hand.
Yep, and I've already tasted it. I beat you on this one, Scott.
No way.
Boom! Yeah, take that, dude. Uh-huh. I think it's pretty good.
I get the caramel. You get caramel?
I get a lot of caramel and brown sugar.
Less cherry than the single barrel.
Yeah.
No cherry for me.
No, I don't get a cherry at all.
No.
Yep. Both the scent and the taste. I mean, you can tell it's a little bit younger, but it's not that cherry buttery. I think I prefer on it, guys. Scott, do you remember how much that handle was?
$25.
So $15 cheaper than that single barrel right there, and I think I like it more.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, it's banging.
This is what, 90 proof?
Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't have as viscous of a mouth feel, but I think there's
it coats well.
Yeah. It's I think even a little bit more complex than the single barrel. It's got the single barrel was just so cherry forward that it kind of drowned everything else out.
And that's not.
That might be the barrel too.
Yeah.
Since this is probably a small batch, or maybe it's a giant batch. I don't know, but.
And as really the biggest difference I've noticed is that I get multiple flavors from that in a single barrel. Like if you're really into that cherry, and you would love it.
Oh, that would be a great one if you're really into the cherry.
You know, I mean, and that's why I say drink what you like, taste what you like. You know,
Taste until you find what you like.
yeah. Don't just give up on one bourbon. But if you do, then there's just more for the three of us, I guess. And I mean, there's plenty for the three of us out there. Any final thoughts, guys, on the cigars or the bourbon? Or
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. It's
You're
a
welcome.
Very good cigar.
And
I will definitely be searching out some JC Newman American.
Believe it's called the American.
Okay. Yeah, it's very good.
American.
Mm-hmm.
The American.
Yep.
And to America on 250 years.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And cheers to you all. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming over, hanging out today. I really appreciate your guys' friendship and everything. And this is really what Bourbon and Cigars is about. As we were smoking the cigar, we were just sitting here BSing about pretty much everything under the sun. And our families are friends. And if you guys find that, you know, like I said, that's what Bourbon and Cigars is about. It's not about being snooty. It's about sharing everything with your friends. I appreciate you all watching. Now, if you guys do enjoy the channel, if you guys are enjoying the videos, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe. And for every new subscriber, we are sending out, or I am, I guess, sending out Bourbon and Burn stickers. Also, for any new subscriber, we're donating 2 cents to Tunnel of the Towers. And the second quarter is just about up. By the time you see this video, it will be up. So we will have donated a little bit more money to Tunnel of the Towers because we're donating that 2 cents. And we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So keep subscribing. Try and get us to that 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate y'all watching.
You should do something for the 1,000th subscriber.
How about a live stream? You guys in?
I'm down.
All right. So there you have it. On our 1,000th, right after that, we will do a live stream. And thanks a lot for watching. Hope to see you out there on the Bourbon and Cigar Trail. Cheers.
Cheers.